And additionally, if the engine has any sort of ECM or electronic control modules, we'll grab that electronic evidence as well.
We need to go to somebody else. I will also state, too, we haven't had a chance to do any interviews at this point. We need to interview the tugboat pilot, the harbor pilot. We'd like to the captain of the ship, and there's a lot of some other crew members we want to do, but we haven't had that chance. And again, we are not determining a probable cause, and we're not going to speculate about one because we haven't gathered enough information yet. We're just at the beginning of gathering the factual information. There's a question right here.
Hi there, Mark Reynolds. Good. Two questions. You mentioned for the 6 knots. Is that typical for the boat when it's leaving, or was there some sort of an acceleration? The other question I had was when you talked about the timeline, you said that the boat left at 8:20, and at 8:24, the tugboat was calling for help. When during that 4-minute period was it determined that the boat was out of control? I guess what I'm asking is when was the earliest is that the earliest time that the tugboat could call for help? It seems like that was only seconds before it struck the boat and flew the way.
Okay. Go ahead. State the first question again.
The 6 knots. Was that typical of this kind of a thing, or was there some sort of another acceleration? Was that standard data moving at that time?
The question regards the speed of the vessel at the time it made contact with the bridge, and it was at 6 knots. We are going to be accessing all the different electronic data to determine at what point the vessel began accelerating. We do have a bit of time where it was maintaining a constant speed of about 2.3 knots, and then the speed began to increase. And that's something we will be looking into as part of our engineering assessment of the operation of the engine.
And what time did it start?
I'll have to check the data, but we have certain data points that we would be able to look at.
And about the request for help?
And the request for help, we had one bit of navigational data that we were looking into. It was the VHF radio. There may have been phone calls. There may have been a cell phone call that we haven't yet discovered. But the first bit of evidence that we have that any VHF conversation was had was at 8:45. I'm sorry, I said 20, 24, and 45 seconds.